All right, second grade, I have May number corner, the final month. Yay! Okay, we have calendar grid. This one looks fun. I'm sure you remember the mystery hidden picture. So every day you'll get some sort of clue as to what to color on this grid. And it says here, we will follow the clues on the markers each day, and by the end of the month, we'll be able to see what Joey is chasing in the outback in Australia. And then later on in the month, you could locate the outback regions of Australia on a map. And they could try to research some other animals of Australia. So anyway, they had something similar in first grade also. The first marker has you coloring green because it's the green marker, so you'd color it green, the same as what it shows on the grid. And that one is just a straight up equation. But then from then on, you're going to get arrows as to where to go. So from 260, you're going to have to go up, up, left, left, left. And instead of just going up, up, left, 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 we say, okay, if we go up on the grid, that means we're subtracting 100. And so we want to show all these steps on the whiteboard and then say that's the same thing as subtracting off 230. And we arrive at 30, which we need to color purple because it's a purple card. If you like that activity, there are lots more mystery pictures to pick from. So there are some PDFs of them. Calendar collector, I think, is a fun one to do. Getting the heights of all the kids of your class and then comparing them to kindergarten and fifth graders. So the first thing to do would be to make something like this out on your board or number corner area, and you would just discuss, okay, I put this all up here. What does this all mean? What do these sticky notes mean here? And so they're going to have to decipher, okay, those are blue sticky notes, and blue is for second graders. And it says the name of this is height in inches. So that must mean that 4 second graders were 50 inches tall. Then we can look and see how tall 50 inches, see if anyone in class is 50 inches. Then what are these pink ones then? Oh, well, pink is kindergarten. So there are 4 kindergartners that are not all 44 inches. One of them was 44, one of them was 45. So this is just looking at one that's already done and kind of talking about it. Then second, you'd get your own class data. So we'd all measure ourselves in inches using that tape measure and get all of our numbers on sticky notes and put them up on our graph, on our line plot. And they can make this on paper also, as seen here. And then third, finally, we'd go out and measure some kindergartners. So the Bridges actually has you going to a kindergarten class and measuring kindergartners. You could just come in with various kindergarten measurements, or you make up your own, or use these, or don't even do that. But it's cool to be able to compare and say, oh wow, some kindergartners are actually the same height as some second graders. And look at one fifth grader is actually the same height as a second grader. And then you have one that's way over at 66 inches. So it's just good stuff to talk about. Daily rectangle. This one has you using your magnetic tiles, your magnetic wall, and putting up the number of the day. So if it's the 3rd of May, you're going to have 3 tiles up there and arranging them into as many rectangles as you can. So this one's showing the 8th of May, and then being able to write this rectangle, we could call it a 2 by 4. The dimensions are 2 by 4, and we could write that as 2 times 4. That times represents the word by, a 2 by 4 rectangle. Whereas this one is going to be a 1 times 8, or a 1 by 8 rectangle. And then we would link that later on in the month with the area of that rectangle. So a 3 by 9 has what area on the inside? How many total tiles? Well, it has 9 plus 9 plus 9, or 3 times 9. So it's really cool to link the name of it. A 3 by 9 rectangle has an area of a 3 times 9, which is 9 plus 9 plus 9, which is 27. So that's that idea there. computational fluency, quick facts, and scout 'em out pages. There are more of them for you, and even some magic squares if you want to use those for kids who need some extension. Then Numberline. I know you guys have your numbers of the day, where they fill in that mystery number, plus 10, minus 10, plus 1, minus 1. And this one is plus 10, plus 100, minus 100. So if you would like lots more practice on those, there's some good practice pages there, or you just give them one number a day. That's a 3-digit number. Okay, and then Numberline ending with 2 games that I think I had shared with you for the last part of the year, but you have Race to 1,000 and Race to 0. You can read about how you play Race to 1,000 here and read about how you play Race to 0 here. The PDFs for those games are there. And then the final part would be the main number corner checkup that you could just use as practice pages if you wanted to, if you like any of those problems. All right? Okay, month of May. Woohoo!